thought we'd see fighting throughout the city. But it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Dahnans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Dahnan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that? From what I hear, that thing can stop even a cannonball.
On second thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere.
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zeugle.
An invisible Zeugle?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! I see one, eh? Not today!
I can carve through all the
Right, deal! Megasonic thrust!
You think
It's
that
over!
shield will save you?
For my lord! We're not finished! Take this! You're mine!
Where are you going? Going in! Lunar Blade! Tiger Blade! Going in!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Glacial Spear! Take this! Here!
This one is mine!
It's over!
Take this!
Take my revenge on you! It's over!
Leave the charge!
We got flyers!
I got the course! Let him handle it!
Megasonic thrust! Ignite! All yours!
Here!
We're not finished! You're finished! We did it! Take this!
Take this!
One more!
You're finished! Here! Megasonic thrust! No! Here!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! I need to be stronger.
No choice! You die!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Megasonic thrust! I won't show you any mercy!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Now! Here I come!
This one's
Win!
That's my cue!
Megasonic thrust! Shut him down! Severing wing!
Don't get complacent. I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there. Right.
Right.
Its armor's too strong. Then I'll split it open. Be my guest. Take this. Here.
Tiger Blade!
Healing
It's
Throw!
over.
Thanks, Shion.
Lightning
Blow
Condemn!
away. Megasonic thrust. I'm not done.
Air!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and Zeugles all this time?
Normally, the Zeugles are kept in specialized training facilities and only get let out in cases of emergency.
Like this one, for instance? Give me a break.
Gotta break through! Bring him down! Oh, far enough!
Not in your dreams!
Okay! Mega Sonic Thrust!
You'll have no mercy!
Engaging! Support! Fall back!
Air thrust!
They're uninterrupted! Good shot! Never win!
This one, make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'll do my best!
Engaging! Like steel?
Here! Here!
I'm going in! Bring him down! Mega Sonic Thrust! Here! Going in! Ignite! It's almost too strong! They'll split it open! Be my guest! You're finished! Divine Wind! Here I come! Hurricane Strike!
This one's mine!
You're on!
This one's mine!
Take it!
Tiger Blade!
An Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Ready to go!
You're finished!
Healing circle! Hey,
Take this!
Luxion!
go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
We're not finished! Divine Wind! Take this! You're finished!
Lightning to the
Make it
forest!
rain!
You're finished!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Little help!
You've got spirit! Not today!
They really don't give up, do they?
My turn!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
success!
You're mine! Engaging! Release!
This one's mine!
Megasonic Tiger
Blade! I'm the true gunslinger around here!
It's yours! Severing Wind! You're mine! This one's all mine! Blew away!
I'm ready for the next battle.
What's with that shining... We're in for a long slog with this one!
You got damn it!
Going in. Here, take this. Tiger Blade. You'll pay for what you did. Tiger Blade. Razor.
This one's mine!
Wind Astral Energy.
Take this!
Good shot!
Escape!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
I can feel my power growing!
Out of our way.
Take this! Bring them down!
Far enough!
Confiscated.
I'm not done! You're finished!
Dance in the
You're
wind.
on!
Release!
It's
I'll
over!
be safe.
An astral force?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! I owe you one!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for. But
This isn't enough to go on.
let's dispose of the crush.
You got spirit! You're mine! You're mine!
Where are you going?
Megasonic Thrust! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice! Oh my lord!
Call back! Now you see what I can do!
Take down their defenses!
Bring them down!
Megasonic Thrust! You're mine!
Flying free! They just sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Megasonic Thrust!
Locked and loaded!
Flash! This one's all mine!
Going in!
It's over!
Make it rain!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Now! No escape!
On guard! Anything in order, Blade!
Take this!
Wind after wind!
You're mine!
Dance to the wind!
Mirage!
Now, Frozen!
Hammer!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alton.
Hey, look at that enemy! It's shining!
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! You got snapped!
Tiger Blade! Lightning Orb!
Take
More
this!
with that I can read your moves! It's in the sky, it's mine! I never miss!
Megasonic thrust! Lightning slash!
Glacier Lightning!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! You're mine! Megasonic thrust!
Lightning Orb! Tiger Blade! Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Seal! This one's Radiant Pierce!
You're mine! I'm not gonna try harder! My turn! No escape!
Going in.
Pierce!
Nicely done.
Hi, Hoodle!
Here I come!
Glacier
Now
Spear!
you'll learn! No escape!
Raging Cascade! Blazer! Seal!
It's on! Take this! Not today!
It weakens!
Pierce! This ends now!
Lightning Condemn!
Pierce!
Tiger Blade! Pierce!
Double blade!
Mega Blade! Mine! Gemini Aqua!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
You got
More with Action Run!
Damn it! No escape!
This one's mine.
Lightning Orb! Reload! Here's the orb!
You're mine! Megasonic thrust! This one's mine! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Look, another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Dahnans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this realm so special alive. Don't lose hope. Kisara.
Go no further!
Now you picked the wrong fight!
Now you see what I can do!
That's like you!
Shut him down! I owe you one!
I'll be saving you!
Here!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shia. Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Dahnan for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Dahnans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel. My brother. He dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame? This one's mine!
Go for the weak point! One more! Lightning orb! Raging capital field! Sleep now! More for the stockpile!
I'll smash you!
Here's a healing
Megasonic
one!
drop!
First aid! Lightning orb! I'll fix you up! This round's mine!
I owe you one.
Tiger
Try
blade!
harder.
Down!
You're
I'll
on!
heal you all! Tempest!
Denied!
Here comes healing
It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
This one's
I can
mine!
only rely on myself.
Raging
You're
this
mine.
one's mine!
Crush!
This one's mine!
Look sharp! Tempest!
Take it!
Tiger blade! Get down here!
It's on!
This one's mine!
Megasonic drop!
Blade!
Covering wind!
You're
finished!
Anything more!
Take it! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
This one's mine!
Megasonic drop! Megasonic drop! Megasonic drop!
It's weakened!
This ends now! You're finished!
Save you! I'm out of
This
ammo.
one's
I'm all
mine.
stuffed up.
Take it.
Supernova!
You're mine! Megasonic drop!
This one's mine!
It's over!
Far enough!
Megasonic drop! Take it!
Tiger blade! Going in!
You're mine! You're finished! This one's all mine! You're mine! Megasonic drop! You escape! Take it!
This one's mine!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
You're mine!
This one's mine!
You escape!
This one's mine!
More! Raining flash! Take it! Megasonic drop! You're finished!
Tiger
Take
blade!
it! Megasonic drop! It's gonna attack! You're mine!
I'll stop its charge!
Megasonic drop!
I'll heal you all!
You're mine! Here! You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Megasonic drop!
Annihilation!
Megasonic drop! Here!
Here's a healing arc!
Megasonic drop! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
On guard!
Here, let me help!
Tiger blade!
Here I come!
Tiger blade!
Here, let me help!
Tiger blade! This one's mine! Tiger blade!
Take it!
Look sharp!
Megasonic drop!
Meteor!
I owe you one! Here I come! Megasonic
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Dance in the wind.
Ignite!
Going in. And thrust. I can use it all day.
See what I can do!
Try harder!
Laser spear. Here's it. On guard.
This should do it!
Dance in the wind. One here. Here's a healing art. More for the start.
I owe you one.
This one's Supernova. More I never miss. Raging cascade.
Denied!
We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's
It's
fight.
about to strike. This one's mine.
Look sharp, everyone!
Ready. Lunar corruption.
An outstanding
This
Pierce!
Going in.
Strike!
Raging
I
storm.
don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out there.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Mega Piston!
Raging storm.
Ignite!
Now you see what I can do!
Laser cyclone.
You're finished!
Look sharp.
Healing circle.
Win!
Tiger blade. Lightning condensed.
It's over! Mirage!
Going in.
Here I come!
Raging storm. Tiger blade. Here, let me help. I'm first aid. Sorry. Come on.
You picked it!
Lightning condensed. Going in. Hear me. Flame of
This should do
fury.
it!
Here, let me help. Here goes. One more.
Look sharp! Take this!
Look sharp. Here
Go!
goes.
Pierce!
Where are you going?
Mega Thrust!
Nothing gets by me. You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Thank you.
One more. Tiger blade.
Radiant pierce. Raging healing art.
One more. Make it rain.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship! Ridiculous! Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahad-Sar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go. To Mahad-Sar, Ganath Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Dahnans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Dahnan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Dahnans. You're choosing to fight Lenegus and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Dahnans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Dahnan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Miguel entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Dahnans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Dahnan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, It was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldaman and Sia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renan than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renan hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renans wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around.
Right.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cutest.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay.
Huh?
Here we go!
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Let's see what you've got. I'll take you. Begin! Resonate with the earth! Another incantation.
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Resonate with the earth!
You hear it now?
Double Demon Fang!
Talon Storm!
weapons are the sword and...
Fists and...
Staff.
And you ruined it.
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Maybe something's going on in the forest. Out of our way!
Resonate with the earth! Our art is being interrupted. Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! I'll face you! Ha! You're mine! Elusive deity! Tornado drive! Not so fast!
You here and now!
Can you take it? Tensio!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Nicely done.
Gotta break through!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Can you take it? Tornado drive!
Eat this!
Not so fast! Begin! You're mine! A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Can you take it? Tornado drive! Go! Blow them away! Acceptable. I'm grateful. Can you take it?
This could be useful. There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renan eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Ha! There we go. I'll get you next time. There we go. She's got a good size to her, all told.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be... Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help. Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Bad feeling about this.
Begin! Ignite! Prison Chaos! Elusive deity! Can you take it? It's over!
Airborne beast. My special.
Armor won't! I'll finish you here and now! Got fire! Can you take it? All yours! Elusive deity! Begin! Rising Phoenix! Swallow down! Rising Iron Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Here I go.
Iron Fang! Finish it! Hey! Blow them away!
I'm impressed you managed to keep up.
Don't patronize me. Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together we got it! No further! This one's all mine!
Thank you. Tornado,
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
begin! Take this!
Pesky airborne scouts.
Sounds like a jump.
In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place. All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance! Demon Tank!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Prepare to be seized! Eat this!
Can you take it? Resonate with it?
Now we're not in form! Sonic Thrust!
Can't get out of this!
I'm out!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite!
Begin!
Do it! Clear!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Do you require
Rising Wyvern! Rising Hurricane!
Eagle Fly!
Crumble! Talon Storm!
Elusive deity! Behold! The earth pulse! Tectonic vision!
Outfit! In an instant! Impact Block!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Visibility Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This one will be difficult to predict. Can't get out of this! Can you take resonate with the art? Stalagmite! Not so fast!
Dragon shout!
I'll face you! Freak!
Sit still!
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
I'll face you! I'll face you! I'll face you!
I'm only getting started. Let them mark.
Can you take it? Can you take it? Does it hurt one?
Here's evil. Breathe laser.
I'll face you all off!
Finish it! In an instant! Impact block!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Finally, some open space again.